When you partner with Reading Partners, you'll access our Reading Partners Connects platform, and that's where you will be able to see all of the information you need to administer the program for your staff and team, as well as where your students and tutors will access everything they need for their lessons. This is the content, the books, etc. You'll be able to see your student names, your tutor names, the times of the sessions, the lessons and skills they're working on, and be able to filter that dashboard in a way that makes the most sense for how you're overseeing your program by student, by tutor, by date, etc. We have 3 levels of our curriculum. We have our Emerging Readers curriculum, our Beginning Readers curriculum, and our Advancing Readers curriculum. Today, I'm going to be showing a little bit of our Beginning Readers curriculum. Every single lesson is going to start out with the tutor read aloud. We have an online library of over 150 texts. The first 5 to 10 minutes of a lesson are the tutor and student reading that book that the student has selected and is of high interest for them, with the tutor modeling the behaviors that we'll look for a student later in the day. After we wrap up those first 5 to 10 minutes, what we're going to go ahead and do is dive on into our skill instruction for the day. And this is the bulk of the literacy instruction and the skill that the student is going to be focused on. Each of our lessons are aligned with the science of reading across multiple standards and expectations, in alignment with the 5 domains of literacy, as well as making sure that we have systematic and explicit instructions for tutors. Each lesson has a skill that is identified for the student at their independent reading level. The lesson is broken up into 3 parts. There's the I do experience of the curriculum, and that's where the tutor is directly teaching the student the new literacy skill for the day. There's the we do practice, where student and tutor are interacting together to be able to practice a skill. And in the Reading Partners Connects platform, there's different ways for a tutor to engage with the content on the screen to support their student and bring the lesson to life and make it easier for them to be able to understand the skill. Finally, we move into the you do, the student's independent portion of the curriculum, and then the student read aloud portion. And this looks different at all ages. Our early students in the Emerging Readers curriculum might be doing easy sentences that highlight their high frequency word and sight word instruction. Beginning reader students are using decodable text, and older students are using authentic trade books. This is where our cover-to-cover books first are introduced. Cover to Cover was designed with a few key objectives in mind. The first being that we know that decodable texts are some of the more challenging places for students to read inclusive and reflective texts that feature characters like themselves. We also have made sure that in alignment with the science of reading, 95% of the text is decodable for students, so that we are not relying on a queuing system. So at this point, the student will be able to read a book that is at their independent reading level and directly aligned with the skill that they're focusing on for the day. After the session wraps up, tutors are going to leave notes to let you know how the student did that day. As admins, you'll have access to all of the tutor notes. You'll be able to print, share with families, or think about learning needs across the board for all of your students. If you have any questions or want to learn more, please reach out to Reading Partners, and we would love to think about how we can support literacy learning in your community.